That's right, family. We're in the house. That's right. Yeah, it's God love the world. He just don't show up for work sometimes. That's right, family. We're in the house. Yeah, God love the world. He just don't show up for work sometimes. That's a whole lot of times if you want to ask me. But anyway, family, this is a powerful one. I know you got to come buckle in. If God really loved the world, why won't he destroy these evil leaders? We're gonna talk about that today. I mean, put the responsibility on man. That's what y'all want to do. Y'all don't want to put no responsibility on God. Yeah, created the damn devil, and the devil got the ups on God to where it's more evil on the damn planet than it is good. You understand what I'm saying? Evil run the planet. That's what they're doing, and y'all don't want to take responsibility and won't make God be responsible for that. You hear me, God? Yeah, man, you ain't on your job, God. I'm Big Seti gonna get on his ass today. That's right. Before we get started, family, I want you to get on. That's why we starting. Yeah, is Jesus the devil? Is the devil in disguise as Jesus, or is that just maybe we was fooled to believe that somehow, because that is the devil now. When you look at that pale man, you already know what it is. So you looking at this, oh, the one with the horns. No, that one. Don't be fooled. That's what's wrong. Get over there to Patreon, family. Also, the general, if you want to interview the general, man, hit me up, General Seti. When you ready to start a fire. I know y'all out there, when you ready to start a fire, you call the general, family. But you already know it's a guaranteed classic. So generalseti at yahoo.com. Also, one of our highlights on Patreon, from slave revolts to slave should vote. Y'all want to stay on the plantation, don't you? But anyway, family, click the link at the top of the chat. Let's get back into it now. I know you're mad at me because I don't give God no slack. God is all powerful. So I know he can take this. Listen, I know God can take this. You understand? He's all powerful. We got to think, we got to look at how this God concept has destroyed the black community. Has destroyed the black community. Yes, it has. Yes, it has. I know. You can go, like I say, and this is my gauge. Every time I just start at the corner, because usually the church is on the corner. And you can go down you can remember back 10 years, 15 years, 20 years for some of us, when the whole block was full of houses. You see, now you can go right behind the damn church and put on some binoculars, and you can see goddamn clear for 3-4 blocks, empty, vacant. And I'm thinking to myself, if this shit was all that good, why couldn't it preserve the community, at least behind or in the surrounding area? This God, I gotta ask it's a question that got to be asked. This is a question that got to be asked, and I know you heard. But God is supposed to be uplifting and supposed to be a citadel of strength and righteousness. And here it is in these cities. You got all these damn churches on every other corner. Some of them liquor store cat a corner. Some liquor store right next door. Listen to me when I tell you this. I know what goddamn churches right next door to the liquor store. You could literally see the niggas coming out the church, going into the liquor store. I say, man, y'all ain't gonna even try to fool a nigga. Yeah, y'all ain't gonna even try to fool a nigga. Here we go. I know some of these, yeah. 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 I know, yeah. The image is whatever you wanted to, yeah. The image, the devil is the devil. You feel me? But you know, it's supposed to save you. See, we in a trap. We in a trap because what they saying is, nigga, you gonna get yours after you die. Long as you here, nigga, you gonna suffer. You know, and that's the shit I can't deal with. Is teaching niggas you should pick up your cross and suffer like Jesus. Did you hear what I said to you? They say you should pick up your cross, nigga, and suffer like Jesus suffered. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that, but I ain't gonna goddamn do no suffering like no damn Jesus. I don't even believe in Jesus. And I'm gonna just tell you, because I know what it is. Anytime you see that image of a Neanderthal, nigga, you know you in trouble. I don't care what God you call it. You see what I'm saying? You in trouble. Let me tell y'all something out there. So just that you know. You see, we are the primordials. You feel me? We are the firstborn of creation. We are the very, we are creation manifested in the flesh. We are the cosmos manifested in the flesh. That's what we are. When you look at all the elements that's on the outside, it's on the inside of us. So the shit when you look out there, look in here. You see, you keep talking out there, but talk in here. You see, because God is here. Too many times we out there and we up and you know, and it is frequency out there now. But the God you need to be talking to is in here. You know, too many, and you wonder why God ain't answering you. Because you ain't calling the right phone number. You see, you ain't calling the right phone. You ain't on the right phone. And that's what the problem is. You know, you looking up and God, no, in here, in the mind, in the spirit. It's inside of you too many times. And that's why when we look at something else, we see divinity. Niggas look at this Neanderthal and they see divinity. You in a state of, nigga, you in a state of spiritual imprisonment. You see? And that's what they've stolen from us. Understanding that we are a physical manifestation of God. And here we looking to some other nigga, some other Neanderthal. Some niggas looking for the slant-eyed man to be they way in, you know, to salvation. You know, they don't have no concept of the fact that they are a divine entity. That's what I always teach. That our people is a divine entity. We are the primordials. We are the firstborn of the cosmos, of creation. We came with the package. You see, and if we don't listen, if you don't understand your divinity, everything else in life is going to be a fucking blur. Everything else is trivial. It don't even matter. Because unless you understand your divinity, not religion, not even, you know, niggas say spiritual, no, not even spirituality. I don't even know. Divinity. God damn it. Not even spirituality. Because niggas, it's a lot of niggas out here freestyling this, you know. In religion, you control by some, you know, some codes and laws that some man then you know, put together to control you and imprison your soul. Some niggas out here just looking up. They call it spirituality, and you know, spirituality without divinity is spooking, nigga. You spooking. You just looking up and humming and shit and hugging trees, and you understand what I'm saying? And that's what you're doing. You hugging trees and you ain't got what's it, nigga? We divine, nigga. We, you know what I'm saying? We titans on the damn planet. What the hell? I'm out here hugging trees and niggas in here and crying and pleading, and then in a church on Sunday, and then leave out the motherfucker, go straight to crying. And you understand? It's a damn joke. It's a joke. You know why? Because you don't have divinity. When you connect to the cosmos, when you understand your place in the cosmos, you understand your divinity. When you understand your connection to creation, you understand, then your destiny will miraculously appear. It's going to automatically, when you say, oh, man, this is what the ancient Egyptians was trying to tell us, that we are divine. We are gods and goddesses. We are that. We connected to the God. You didn't come here to find no God. You wouldn't have got here if you didn't know God. How you gonna get here if you don't know God? You see, you know God. You've been taught wrong. You've been disconnected from the cosmos. And they gave you a book and told you that God was in the book. You see, God was in the book. And so just like a genie trapped in the lamp, your spirit is trapped in the book. You can't get out the book. Some of you niggas trapped in ideologies. You can't get out the ideology. If it ain't speaking to goddamn divinity, I don't want it. Because I know it's some man-made shit. All of this shit is man-made, trying to control you. Once you understand your divinity, you can't be controlled. That's just all it is to it. You see, and you are, and yes, you can communicate with the cosmos only when you recognize your divinity. Only when you recognize your divinity, which is in here. You see, then once you get the faculties of your divinity, you master the faculties of your divinity. That's only when you can successfully communicate with the cosmos. Once you understand and master the faculties, you can call them chakras or whatever it is. You have to purge the spirit and the body of the impurities, which is religion. That's blocking shit. You understand? Fear, these man-made standards and shit, people trapped inside of this shit and can't get out. What they call the demiurge. And there's a lot of truth in that. But what they call in the Yaldabaoth is this damn Neanderthal. He done created a world, and he's not even, he's a fictional deity. He's a synthetic deity. You know what I'm saying? He done created his own world, but it's a world on the outside of that. But he's making you feel like this is all that it is. And so if you don't accomplish, successfully by the standards that he laid down within the system, you feel like you have failed in life, and you failed in your endeavors. And so you got to understand that he's a false god. He's a false god. The Neanderthal is the Yaldabaoth. You see, and then you got these, what they call them, the archons, with the archons, and that's his, some of his principal generals and shit. You understand? To keep this shit held and held up. The Pope and all these pastors and imams and shit and all of that. They keep the, all of these so-called political system, democracy, communism, all that shit is garbage. Once you understand black divinity, you arise above all this shit that these niggas talking about. Because then you understand what level you exist on. I'm not arguing with, now I'm going to keep telling y'all that I'm not arguing with no niggas that's worthless, Neanderthals, none of that. You understand what I'm saying? I'm G-O motherfucking D. And you sitting around here playing footsies with niggas that ain't worth 2 damn cents. It's something wrong with y'all niggas, man. See, and that's what they don't want. And I'm going to talk about that later on, why they not talking about divinity. And no, I won't hear nothing about no religion. That shit garbage. Our ancestors taught that we were the descendants of God and goddesses, Nut and Amen and Ptah. You see, Osar, Aset, Heru, Set. You see, all the great deities, which are elements of the cosmos, cosmic powers and elemental forces that exist inside of us. Once we understand divinity, we rise above this futile shit that's being, we been led down these roads to argue. No, I'm not got no time to lessen myself to be and argue with motherfuckers I know that really they just in the way to lead you. And then when they get you off the cliff, they be up there laughing. You know, they turn back to their demonic form. You see what I'm saying? They'll tell you anything. And you know what I'm saying? And they'll turn and it look like they righteous and shit. And as soon as they get you through the door, once they close the door on your ass, they turn into that demonic and they laugh. Once they get you through the door, y'all got to wake up. This God, we in a fight for our existence out here, man. Real talk. This shit is closed. The walls is closing in on y'all to do something out there, man. Real talk. This shit is trivial. Y'all niggas want to live within the artificial creation. Y'all want to live inside of the belly. Y'all ain't even in the belly of the beast. You in the motherfucking gut. You in the gut and you comfortable. You want to move the furniture around in the gut of the beast. We got to wake up. We got to wake up. This is not and for all my peoples out there, and that's why again, even when I get to dealing with when I get to studying my history, I'm looking for divinity. I don't want to hear nothing just about no nigga, with no carish. I understand. I'm on divinity. It's time for us to rise to the highest level of our people. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to, talk about just the little, the layman conversation. I don't want to have that with nobody. We failing. If God so loved the world, why he let the devil get on top of his world like that? I'm thinking to myself, this is a weak God. Y'all niggas got a weak God. I'm God, nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Any motherfucker create a creation and let the devil, in which he created evil. God created evil. Did y'all need? You can read that in Isaiah. He created evil. He gave the devil a job. The devil did not create evil. God created evil, and the devil manifested and took over the personification of evil and become equal with God, using some shit he created, and to the point where he had to destroy all the goddamn creation. He gonna kill everybody except 8 people on the planet. Anytime a God let a demonic entity that he created overtake his creation and to the point and spoil the whole you a weak God. You mean to tell me if this you say it says and he created man in his image? I said, well, what image is that? What image is that? Then God must be evil. God must be evil because man is evil. He said he created, there's only 2 images you could create. Is it physical or is it spiritual or mental? No matter what it is, it says man was created in God's image. And then he had to destroy man. So what is the damn image? The image, see, the thing is, God looked at man and saw a reflection of himself in God. And when he saw how evil man was, it became evident that God that y'all believe in is just as evil. That's the Yah-dabah. Y'all been fooled. Y'all been fooled, family. Y'all have been fooled. Y'all better wake up. Y'all better come up out of that damn, y'all in that wicked cocoon of misery and death. Y'all got to come up out of that and free yourself. You see, you don't need no religion. You were created connected to the cosmos. You didn't come out disconnected from the cosmos. When you was born, you were connected to the cosmos. When you came out, you already had the DNA code that came with you. That's your what is called the manual, the owner's manual. You see how you function. You already had all that. You didn't come out your mama womb saying, I'm looking for God. Take me down to Reverend Brown's Love Chapel. You didn't say, I'm looking for God. Go on and take me over there to Mosque 54 so I could put my head on the rug and get rug burns and on my forehead. Or mama, take me over to the synagogue so I can find. You were already connected to God. But they knew that you were primordial, so they disconnected you and told you that if you ever involve yourself in that type of activities, which is your divinity, that you was a heretic, that you was a idol worshiper, you're infidel. And so over through the courses of generations, we have been trained away from our divinity into the prison that you niggas call religion, which come with a book. All goddamn religions come with a goddamn book. That's what it come with. You ain't gonna have no, and if you ain't got no book, then how you gonna know God? So you niggas is book niggas trapped in the book, just like the genie is trapped in a lamp. Your soul is trapped in the book. You got to come out of that. You got to reconnect to the cosmos. You got to learn the elements of the cosmos and realize that those same elemental powers are in you. And when you begin to master these elements, nigga, you the avatar. You the Jedi, nigga. That's what all of that is nothing but metal. You the Jedi. You the avatar. All of that is you. You the Buddha. Everything that they talking about is speaking to you because it's Krishna and Christ. You see, the anointed one. The anointment is melanin. You see, original sin is being born without melanin. That's why they was put out of Eden, put out of Africa. They didn't have melanin. Yeah, they can come in, but the punishment, you understand? The punishment are coming back in. So original sin was born without melanin. See, I'm trying to tell you. That's why every time these wicked priests, they come to bless you, they always put their finger over your pineal, or they put their hands on top of your head like this. Because in their subconsciousness is to block you from your divinity. You better wake up. This is General Sarasun said he get on over there. Patreon, I got this for you. I'm going to break it down. From slave revolts to slave should vote. They got y'all niggas out there voting hard now, don't they? We also got, is Jesus the devil? And I know a lot of people mad because y'all got crackatosis. If y'all mad at just, you know, if y'all mad at this, you got crackatosis. That's what you got. And you need to come get with me. I got a diagnosis I'm going to diagnose you. I'm going to diagnose you now. And then I'm going to give you 400 milliliters of Khalid Abdul Muhammad, 6 million milliliters of generalseti, 5 million milliliters of some Dr. John Henry Clark. We're going to get you together. You got the toasters, and we can get you together. We'll diagnose you, and we got a program to get you together. All right? Hit that link, and I'll see y'all back here in a minute. Black Power.